Hey, what is going on, crypto people? Did Flare, did this whole ecosystem just walk through the biggest liquidation cascade in blockchain history? Or is crypto chitter just being loud? Tonight, we're going to cut through the noise and find out who actually got blown out. I think we found the answer. One dude seems like he has the answer. So we're going to get into that. We'll share that. Happy Friday. Holy moly. Happy Friday to each and every one of you. What the world happened? What had happened? What just happened right now? Like, that was crazy. I don't know, man. Exchanges are brutal. We talk about getting our stuff off these exchanges. The exchanges were brutal, man. Exchanges were brutal. What's going on, crypto family? Exchanges were brutal. It took forever to get that stuff on deposited onto exchanges, man. It took forever. Yeah, I mean, I still managed to get two purchases in, but that was it. BTC or Bitcoin, and XRP. Yeah, but I gotta tell you, it was brutal in the streets. It was brutal. So what's going on? They're calling it the largest liquidation in blockchain history. Brutal, absolutely brutal. Uh, yeah, it's brutal for sure. I guess maybe that was the last flush out. Brutal, absolutely brutal. Appreciate you guys checking in. Do me a favor and hit that like button. Crazy in the streets. Keyless, a lady of crypto, was first in the building. She was first. What's going on, Pookie Pookie? How are you, my friend? Pay me an XRP is in the building. What's up, bro? Hydro's here. How you doing, my guy? Hi, Cali Cat. What's going on? Mix. Says OMG. Marcel Hardy. Hey, my brother. What's good with you, Marcel? Appreciate you checking in. Edward Franskowski is in the building. What's up with you, man? It's crazy in the streets, man. That was crazy. Payment XRP says Kraken locked me out and Uphold wouldn't let me buy. Yeah, I'm telling you, the deposit thing was just spinning. It's just spinning for me. It was just spinning. Like refresh, it's just spinning. I was fortunate. I did get two purchases in, but I didn't get that XRP at the thing that I wanted to. I kind of recovered quickly, but I still did get some. But it would have been nice to grab some under $2 like we attempted to do. Golly, crazy. These exchanges. Pookie Pookie said I grabbed me some Flare. I hear you, my friend. Payment XRP, yeah, man, we're gonna cover that. Manipulation at its finest. Crazy. But this is what's going on when you don't get the proper regulations that you need. I don't know. I don't think they're gonna do anything about these people that are doing the things to this market until we get the proper legislation to the president's desk to sign. So, yeah, it's tough. The crypto cult says, I'm a survivor. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to go on surviving. I hear you, my guy. I hear you. That's right. Payment XRP. The same way you can't buy when the markets are crazy is the same way you won't be able to sell when it pumps. That's exactly right. That's a great point, and I hope you guys are planning around that. Planning around it. Yep. Marcel Hardy says, "What's going on with Enosis, man? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?" Um, the latest I heard, that APY cloud thing launched on Songbird. I thought that was cool. And Enosis Global is building out the CDP, collateralized debt positions protocol. Yeah, they're building that out, which is going to be great. Oh, you get, oh, yeah. Well, software, Yeah, your antivirus software. Yeah. I haven't tried to go to Onosis Global, but I would make sure you get to their X page and see if they've changed anything on the site. Soon Crypto says this is good. We're going to pump big as usual. Yeah, let me cover something real quick that I think is important to note. Our guy, let me see if I have it up here. Do I have it up? Let's see. I don't have it up. Let me pull this up. Blockchain backer said the biggest liquidation in history will likely be modified in the coming days. We all know people were losing their mind when he had decided for himself and his family on October the 4th that he was, I think he went from selling a third to going 50% in cash, and explained his reasoning. And just people look at the people just lost it. All those comments, they lost it. That was on the 4th of October. Absolutely lost it because the dude was making a decision for himself and his family. And people just lost it. 3 hours ago, he said, I bought some dips, kind of chaotic. Usually these revisit the lows again in time, but we'll review in time. That likely was the worst of it. Now it should settle for a while. Interesting. Uh, yeah, very, very interesting. I didn't exit 50% when he did. It looks like if he did buy back in, he said he made some purchases. He probably got some, if you're selling at $3 or so and you're buying back in, maybe he got a chance to buy under two. I don't know. But I would say good for him. And, this is a big time lesson on people got to do what they feel is best for them and their family. And it doesn't mean it's a signal, you know, it's not FUD. It's not, trying to tear the markets down. It's being transparent about what he's doing for him and his family. Hope people got it. I didn't sell just because he sold 50%, but I did buy today. I did buy more. Did buy more. Everyone's got to make their own decisions. But I got to tell you, that was interesting. That was very XRP Sharp said this. John Snow reposted it. I think that was interesting. This was intense. Great opportunity to load up, though, if this exchanges let one do it. List liquidity graph gives me extreme 2017 bull run vibes. And I look forward to the next moves. In my opinion, we are now ready to start the party. John Snow reposted that and said XRP underscore shark is God tier TA. But some time ago, he locked down his profile to followers only. I wanted to retweet then. I wanted to retreat, then ask permission to grab a screen. The scenario highlighted here is an alt season dream setup. Dream setup. Let me see what I have. What's something else I want to share? Nope. Let's see here. So there it is. There. It's just whether you were able to strengthen your resolve over the last few months and years and didn't get. I mean, look at this chart. What the world? What happened there? I could have sworn I saw $1.70. Maybe I didn't. I thought I saw $1.77 XRP. Yeah, that's an interesting chart right there. I mean, whew, that is interesting. I don't know what happened with Bitcoin. I don't know exactly what happened with Bitcoin, but I gotta tell you, that was something for sure. Uh, I hope that no one here or anyone was affected by that. I thought I had. I don't know why I haven't. Someone explain, you know how the people who can look at the wallets and all that kind of stuff. Let me see if I can't find it. Here it is right here from Crypto King, Jacob King, CEO of Swandesk, financial analyst. Interesting. That's what he says here. He says crypto is a rigged casino, and today's events prove it beyond a doubt. Beyond doubt. A single colossal Bitcoin whale shorted at the peak, then just minutes before the market shattering crash, piled on millions more in shorts. At the very bottom of the drop, he closed 90% of his Bitcoin short and completely exited his Ethereum short, pocketing roughly 190 to 200 million dollars in a single day. That's the only instance we can trace, but speculation is rampant that the scale was far larger and extended across other exchanges. I remember when David Ash said that long time ago. The exchanges were. Anyway, don't be naive. This wasn't luck. Someone was either manipulating the market or front running it. Either way, the collapse was engineered, and investors have every reason to be alarmed. There was someone who commented on this and said this I thought was interesting. It says, yep. And meanwhile, 1.6 million traders got liquidated for over $19 billion, making this event 9 times worse than the largest liquidation event in crypto history. That is a shame. In the past 24 hours, 1,625,231 traders were liquidated. Wow, that's a lot. The total liquidations come in at 19.16 billion. The largest single liquidation order happened on Hyperliquid. Value $203 million. Mm. Mm. Brute on the streets, man. I wonder when will we learn about these leverage stuff? I didn't hear anything from Virtual Bacon. I don't know if he was leveraged or not, my guy Virtual Bacon, but that is brutal, fam. That is brutal. I just wanted to check in here, see what you guys see, if you're okay, if all is good. The crypto code says blockchain backer looks like an effing genius. Yeah. Jay Dell, what's up, bro? How are you, my friend? Marcel, what do I look for Enosis? Their Twitter handle is what I would look for. Let me know if you can find it, the X page handle. If not, I'll find it for you. J Dell says definitely did not do anything based on what blockchain backer um, commentary, but respect to him, indeed. We gotta get to a point where we can come to our own conclusions. Dano's in the building. What's going on, Dano? Can't deny BCB was right. Blockchain backer was right. I only sold 10%. I hear you, my friend. Kung Tech Foo's in the building. How are you, brother? Peace, Crypto Siege. I'm good. I survived. Yes, I'm glad, my friend. What's going on, Rick Cisneros? CJ, same here. I bought today, but also went to buy more. I saw XRP at $1.77. I went to buy more, and Uphold said, sorry. Trading halted. Just not a great look. Not a great look. I don't understand why people are using leverage. I don't understand it. Like I don't understand it. Don't understand it. Guys, do me a favor and hit that like button on the way in. If you didn't get a chance to do so yet, no worries. Just collapse the chat, go smash the like, come back and hang out with the Crypto Siege and family. By the way, I'm glad I'm helping some folks out there and understanding the difference between Midas, Doppler, this MXRP thing, and Flare Networks, and what Firelight is going to bring to the table. I'm glad I'm helping people understand the differences. That's all I'm trying to do. Helping people to understand the differences, the risk associated with those, and the reality, the truth behind it is important because then you can assess the real risk without the truth, right? So no marketing, no word salad, right? No word salad, right? XLR is going on a lot of word salad stuff, but they're not speaking the truth. They're dancing around it. They're dancing around it. Jay Dell says, "You're a great educator." Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Legendary. Sorry to hear that, bro. Legendary said, I lost 500 XRP to the liquidation. I'm still way up, but that was brutal. I'm glad you're okay, bro. Glad you're okay. Yeah, so that's that. I wanted to check in and my boys, I got to celebrate my boys getting the W. My boys got the W over those Eagles yesterday. Yeah, they got the W, baby. I didn't call my son. Yeah, my son's an Eagle fan. Kung Tech Fu says a lot of people are using leverage to get points for these airdrops. Yeah, it's leverage for points and airdrop. That don't like that. To me, it just doesn't make any sense to do that. Ah, space BXXR. What's going on? BXRR. Tether just minted. How many USDT is that? A billion? Is that a billion? So yeah, be careful out there in them streets, man. Legendary says the stop losses are so necessary. Indeed, man. Indeed, it is. So, guys, do me a favor, hit that like button. That'd be super, super cool if we could do that. You know how we do? We always like to have just as many likes as we got viewers in the stream. I can't wait to hang out with you guys this weekend, uh, for sure. But I wanted to hop on here and make sure everyone was okay, make sure all is good. Please check out my post recently and replies with Axelar Network. It's important. On X, I'm at crypto_CEEJ. That is all lowercase. Educate yourselves. Determine for yourself whether or not those risks are worth it. Imagine giving up your valuable asset XRP for something like MXRP. Just imagine doing that. Remember, Flare Networks is operating with Firelight. This is non-custodial operation over here, right? So understand that it's important to know the differences. My take is you don't need someone else managing your stuff. You can do that. It's not that hard. It really isn't. Especially if you're only staking. Why mess around with some asset manager without a license to operate and operating under supervision? Why mess around with that? If you don't have to, why mess around with that? What's going on, Assorted Weirdness? How are you, my friend? Said I moved a bunch to my cold wallet. That little rug was enough for me. I hear you, my friend. I'm telling you, them exchanges, man, it's brutal trying to get out of those, in and out of those things when they have a heat moment like we just had, a heat check, right? Mm, mm, mm. I mean, I'll take my Bitcoin and XRP purchases. I'll take it and plan accordingly for the next one. I hope you guys got that exit plan down. Hope you understand what it's going to look like. For sure, it's important. Yeah, I appreciate you guys checking in for sure. So, I did a little analysis on the SparkDex liquidity pool, FXRP USDT 0. Yeah, definitely did that as well, making sure that I was on track. SparkDex has some awesome liquidity pools. If you're into that thing, if you understand what they are. If you don't, join the Patreon. Learn Flare DeFi. It's patreon.com/Gulf Whiskey Mastermind. Definitely get up to date on what's going on over there. What else did I want to share with you guys? Uh, blockchain backer. Blockchain backer posted hi. That's my guy. He posted hi. That's funny. All right, let me see something. Let me see. Hmm. Yeah, this is a good point too. I'm gonna share this real quick. Yeah, I just want to check in with you guys. Happy Friday. Make sure everyone is okay. Help those of you continue to strengthen your resolve. Our moment is coming for sure. Flare community put this out. I thought this was cool. I've said it once. I'll say it again. Markets go up, market go down. I always harvest the volatility and earn fees, providing liquidity. Bonus. Oh, and benefit from the generous rFLR reward program too. Yes, indeed. And this is a good post too. This is important. With such volatility in the market, it's often hard to get an accurate price for an asset, especially with the exchanges trading at various prices whilst arbitrage equalizes. But you know what you can rely on? The FTSO, aggregating information from many exchanges with data sources from many entities. Want a true price of an asset? Use the best oracle in the space, the Flare Time Series Oracle. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm gonna have to look into this DNA protocol. Anybody know anything about them? Apparently, that they're building some an ID next gen identity governance. I have to look into them and see what's going on there. So this is important here. XRPFI means building the future of institutional grade DeFi accessible to retail investors. FLR and wallet and Telegram on Telegram is the on ramp for 100 million people to join that movement and what's coming. And what's coming. It's important. Nicely done. Right? That's nicely done. So we're in a blessed spot. I hope you guys all survive that thing and are able to continue to strengthen your resolve. I truly do believe our time is coming without question. I hope that we are prepared. Hope we're prepared. Hope you got an exit plan. I did a video for the Patreon on kind of like the, I don't want to say the myth of price targets, but kind of the inferior skill set in setting a price target. How does it end up working as well as other strategies? So yeah, it's really important. Contact Fu says that's the old bait and switch. Yeah. So Legendary says, I'm looking forward to Firelight. Me too, man. Me too. J Dell says, I'm ready. Been preparing for years. Knowledge is power. Yes, sir. Without question. Yeah, that's a great point. The crypto code says, why don't people freak out over the Oracle more? Like how awesome that it is. It's so much better and greater than Chainlink. Yeah, it really is. And I mean, Hugo's trying to, make this point, and people kind of they get caught up in narratives, and then they run on other people's hype instead of just getting there themselves, doing their own homework and due diligence. I mean, 100 to 1,000 or whatever we got going on right now, it's just better than 5 or 7, right? The chain link might have, or 10 to 12 that chain link might have. It's just Rick Sessell says the key is not to make money in the bull market when everything is up. The key is to make money in the bear market. Flare and Firelight will get us there in a bear market. That's without question. That's going to happen. Cash flow will be a thing for sure. And I think more and more people, Rick, are going to discover that cash flow is really ultimately the deal. Grabbing that first bag is important, but what you do with that bag after that is even more important, right? That's why we talk about building a treasury, growing the treasury, taking a portion of the treasury to create cash flow, right? And with the cash flow rewards, adding to the treasury or paying bills or besides paying bills, you can add to your treasury. You can create a cash flow and have the cash flow do other things for you, right? But that first bag's important. And then what you do with that bag's important, because in the bear market, there's opportunity to be had if you understand it, right? And if you understand it, you got that treasury as a portion to DeFi, especially in the bear market. There's just a lot of great things that can happen. You want to be able to obtain more valuable assets and grow that treasury, right? I was listening to Simon Dixon again this morning, and he reminded me of that thing I say on the channel all the time, which is, Bitcoin's the savings. The other assets are the investments, right? Those are the investments. How you play the investments to grow your savings. It's really that simple. It really is that simple. And why do people think that there's something wrong with investments? Why do you think it's okay to, why do people think that it's not okay to separate savings from investing? Like they're two different things. You can have long-term investments and short-term investments. And that's okay. Right? We're eventually going to get to a max 7 in crypto, right? We're eventually going to get there. We'll eventually get to a mag 7, but there's still going to be savings and investing. Still going to be that. And until someone supplants the CAGR, right? Bitcoin, that is kind of is what it is. So, because the savings thing instrument is this thing that gives you the CAGR, but also has these unique qualities to it, like a fixed supply. That's a big, big one. And a network of technology. So it's like this growing and expanding network. It's important. Contact Food says nothing beats enshrined oracles. Indeed. Indeed. What's going on, Finn? How are you, bro? Good evening, my friend. So it's important, right? Just some food for thought, for sure. That's why I've been looking at it. I share with you guys transparently months ago how my portfolio was just weighted incorrectly. I had Bitcoin and I had Ethereum, but it was weighted incorrectly. I switched everything up for me personally because I just came to this conclusion that the world was recognizing an asset and was beginning to separate the other assets into like their lane. And it is clearly to me that altcoins are clearly being looked at as investment vehicles, investing. Just like you invest in the market, you invest in the NASDAQ. It's becoming clear to me that they're becoming investments. And that's cool. That is 100% cool. And in those investments, we're going to have a Mag 7. It's going to happen. It's going to be a Mag 7. There's going to be a Mag 7, whether that be Ethereum, whether that be Solana, Sui, XRP, is going to be a Mag 7. It's going to happen. And in a new financial system, you need that. You need, right, the top quality assets, right? And they're going to be, and the great thing for us in cryptos, they're going to be in different, there'll be the payments one, right? There'll be the, I don't know, RWA one. There'll be the AI one, right? And we're here early to that, right? We're here early. We're here before Wall Street, right? But we can't decide. The market is going to decide, if you will, right? Warren Buffett, remember people saying about Warren Buffett having $2 or $3 billion in cash? How do you think he had that? How do you think he got to that? Because he had a bunch of assets in this old traditional financial system. He had assets. We'll have assets. We'll have assets. And we'll grow our savings. That's right, Contact Food. Savings are the treasury, and investment is the capital to be used for compound interest to increase your savings slant treasury. That's exactly it, bro. That's exactly it. And, the market has decided on the assets. The market has definitively separated them from the savings slant treasury asset and the investments. And as long as you know that, as long as you know that, you, how you use your investments, right? That's on you. It's how you want to use them, right? I know how I'm going to use them, these investments. I'm using them to increase the treasury and create cash flow while preserving the capital. While preserving capital. You can do all three. If you know what you're doing, you can do all three, right? So, and the great thing about it is you can learn it also, right? But once we kind of get that, for me, the importance of the cash flow is you can do stuff during the bear market, right? That's important. Hugely important. So hugely important. You can do things during the bear market. That's important. I do believe that I don't know. I feel like we got this moment to create tens of thousands of dollars a month in cash flow in this space with valuable assets in an ever expanding DeFi ecosystem. Yep. I really do. I really do believe that. So, Alex Sheet, what's going on, bro? This market is insane. What just happened, CJ? I know. Crazy. Yeah. Looks like the largest liquidation event just happened in blockchain history. That's what it's looking like. So I'm glad we all made it, without too much harm. Continue to strengthen resolve, continue to level up about the space that you're in and the assets that you hold, right? The ones that are really, really valuable, like XRP, okay? And the ones that are not so valuable, like MXRP, in my view. All right, fam. I'm gonna hop off here. Thank you so much for checking in. I appreciate you guys. It's been a really, really cool hang. Do me a favor, hit that like button on the way out. That would be awesome. And if you happen to be in that 55% or so of people that have been hanging out, listening to, and watching the Crypto Seeds, do me a favor. If you've been enjoying those hangouts, please consider subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to ring that notification bell, baby, so that you know whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. I'm going to end this one like I do all my videos and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and I, we're already winning. And I would ask you to consider this or perhaps ponder the idea or notion of living your life permissionless. I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya. Bye.